Alright, what is up everybody? Tavern Knight here again, coming at you with another Outer Worlds 2 Let's Play. So, let's just get right into it. Alright, let's get right into this. So, we need to go to the, where do we need to go? Yes. We need to go to the Ministry of Accuracy. The Ministry of Accuracy is just right over here, kind of close to where we fought those drones. Okay, so we are almost to the Ministry, but on the way, seems we have encountered some Raptidons.
In the where now?
Always use a shotgun. You get more bullet per bullet. Need some of that food. I really am loving the guns in this new Outer Worlds. Alright. Nope. Look at that. Nice repeating rifle. Now there's some loot in here. And some dead troopers. If we go in here, normally that door is sealed. But if you come back in here, you can get some loot, and you can realize just a little bit of how messed up the Protectorate is. As you can see, they have been watching these guys. Get some of this ammo. Now that little confetti, I'm pretty sure that means our weapon just leveled up. Yes, as we can see, it is now level 2 and does a bit more damage. We can hear someone fighting in there. Oh, looks like you can drop in from the top too. Don't think there's any loot around here. But here we go.
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
I am trying to. Inez. Or Inez. Can't remember how to pronounce her name. What is up, Inez?
And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt. Yeah? Well, I'm Trooper Silong. Inez, former combat medic, Enhanced Soldier Division. Now just a menial troubleshooter who looks to have gotten her job swept out from under her. They're always counting me out. Every single one of them. And now, they ain't even letting me finish the jobs they send me on. Kinda making it hard to prove myself here. And this rep didn't even have anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. I'm sick of it.
Wasn't trying to steal your job.
I know, I ain't blaming you. That's part of climbing the ladder. Ain't but one rung at the bottom, and everyone's keen to get a foothold. Can't exactly afford to be picky about the jobs that come my way neither. Considering my condition, options are limited.
Good old
If you
grafted
had
soldiers.
Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their backs. Sorry. Guess I'm just used to folks staring real hard and then steering clear. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now.
Now you're looking for a chance to prove them
I just
wrong.
know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones. You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the contract holder. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I'm stuck with a limb that's slowly poisoning me. Could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter. Let me put it this way. If I was already on the bottom rung, this knocks me clean off and buries me in sand. But I started from nothing before. I could do it again. Maybe.
Well,
Get the feeling you will. Anyhow, I think I'll return to Fairfield to have a little chat with Milver Street. Good luck in there. Mind the raps.
Just me, or did Inez remind me of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's made this choice.
it is a shame. So that was Inez. She is a grafted soldier, as you can see. Basically a failed idea for super soldiers.
Emergency protocol setting prime.
Hipfire is really cool.
State.
Come here. Okay, I can get a terminal. We want to get this arc pass. From that terminal, and up we go. Some ammo and some snackies.
Combat-related activities. Sequencing attack strategies.
Okay. Don't think, yeah, nothing here for what we need. Find out a bit more information. As you can see, if you use just this rifle, you can level it up fairly quickly. So we already have it to 4. You can see the damage goes up with every level up. It really is a great starting rifle. Come down in here. Get some bits and some black powder to make some more ammo.
Jack sure wouldn't want this in the wrong hands. So it's probably exactly what Milver Street's after.
You know what? You're probably right. Let's use this auto dock. You can find these throughout levels and missions. Just a free little self-heal. Oh, look at that. A high security lockbox. And a cap. And a key under said cap. So we want this, I believe. Yes. Basically, Milver Street is wanting to use the mental refreshment on his employees. But before we do that, we're gonna go talk to Savannah over here, which is just basically a straight line. Okay, so we are back in Fairfield, just right here, almost in the center. And I'm pretty sure this guy will give us a quest.
Saw you coming this time. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Look, I know how it sounds. Like I'm a few crabbles short of a herd, but just hear me out. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, the being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, my guess. Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars yet. But it's one theory.
I'll look around, see if I can turn up anything.
Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
So yes, I just wanted to show that we can get a quest from him 4 in there. But we are still going to head to Savannah, right here. Okay, we are here to confront Savannah. If you remember, she is in the terminal messages at Inez's house. She was a friend, acquaintance, what have you, and she will give us some information on Augustine.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
I'll let Niles
How
do
are you
some
going to do
talking.
that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems partial to using her friends as victims.
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no proof of what you're accusing her of.
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team, her friends, even the one whose life she saved in Triangulum.
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you? She mentioned you a few times, but refused to elaborate. All I knew was that she was fond of you, and that you were dead.
She was fond of me? Then why? Why would she try to kill me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally overwhelmed her, and could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action.
Yeah, what is she up to?
It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
Victor.
How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
So basically you're gonna always want to use the required info discovered if you can.
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to Louise, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a crowd about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse.
Keep hearing about the Order. Who are they?
Just a religion driven by algorithms, maths, predictions of the future. They believe they will eventually solve the universal equation and know everything, rid humanity of uncertainty.
What's this schism
The
thing?
Order used to be part of the Protectorate. For most of my life, they seemed one and the same. But soon after the invasion, the Order renounced them as no longer fit to lead. They said they'd lost their way, and worse, were in violation of the grand plan. Suddenly, something we'd been told was the ultimate truth our whole life was deemed heresy. We were told to believe in the paradigm instead, which seemed an awful lot like the same plan, worded in a way that made the Protectorate themselves the ultimate truth. We are trained from birth to believe anything they tell us. When the alternatives are death or having them forcibly recalibrate your gray matter, it is surprisingly easy.
I can see that.
No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. Then they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them.
And finally,
We became
how did you
friends
meet?
when she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Boy, I didn't think anyone could.
Was she part of the Order?
Originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. No.
Where was she then?
Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life.
Hmm.
I'd hoped she'd left something for me,
That's
but the safe was empty.
kind of messed up. Well,
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but...
she's
when
gonna
we
ask
find
us
her,
not to kill her.
please, remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her.
No, she killed my friends. But we are an ex-convict who was given a second chance. Should we do the same for DeVries?
That's all I can ask.
Okay, so she gave us some important information there. This just tells you more about the architect. Like I said, math is a religion in this. Kind of weird, but kind of makes sense if you really think about it. So we're going to go back to Fairfield to turn in some of these quests. Okay, so we're going to want to talk to Milver Street.
I don't much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister. When have I ever not made a go of a job for you, huh? Is it so damn hard to extend a mind of trust?
Calm down. You know well would not have been necessary had you completed your task in a timely manner.
I'll calm down when you stop bringing your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. We scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies.
So, as we can see, Inez is pretty pissed off.
Bad Trooper Sealong, no mind. The individuality encouraged by Auntie's choice sometimes inspires employees to speak out of turn. How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed? Excellent! Please that someone in my employ can be relied upon. Here, have one of my finest suits as a token of thanks. May it aid in your capture of hearts and minds.
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me home. That don't make me wayward, and it sure as shit don't make me unreliable. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
You mean grant preferential treatment to a subpar contractor? And I suppose the bits for such a procedure shall simply manifest from the ether?
And if I die or leave, how do you reckon failure to retain an enhanced soldier would look to upper management, huh?
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death the preferable alternative.
That's it. I'd rather be a down-and-outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
Get him, Inez.
It most assuredly is not good for her. This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
So you say. But Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You'll regret counting me out. Till then, I hope you choke on your mock apple martinis. And you, I got a proposition for you. Come find me when you're done with this clown.
She will most assuredly regret her decision. Most assuredly. But I suppose that is no longer my concern. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold and to ensure my future. The second is my operation in Westport.
You stringing me along here, Milver Street?
Worry not. The culmination of my plan will bring me the tools to aid you in your endeavor to enter the Vox station. Westport is a shell of the bustling town it was prior to the invasion, though a handful of Protectorate Yeasayers still cling to it. My plan requires their conversion.
What do you need?
Verily. On to business. I've a kit of supplies to aid you, items to cajole or to dissuade. Sabotage the town or sway the citizenry. The choice is yours. Should pose no trouble for a go-getter like you.
Well, don't really have much of a choice at this point.
Excellent. Here's the kit. Advertisement tapes, ambidextrine, assorted stimulants, free samples of Purple Berry Crunch, everything you need to wage war on the undecided mind. With that, I shall mark the locale. Begin with the vigilant Hogarth. Motivate him to depart, and his subjects will trot in file behind him woolly cow-like. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself, for a task so involved, shall the reward be worthwhile? Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind, limited production, gentle person's Oxonian.
A hat.
Then consider yourself officially deputized in the war to further innovation and the free market. Be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. You must engage with them, gauge their situation. Only then can you motivate them adequately. Do I look like Officer Carr to you? Guns.
Well,
All done in there? Was hoping we could chat.
so we get another level up, which I'm going to put one into sneak, so all these are at 2, and another into speech. Also, last level up, we did take Commando, which makes it so we can now use every weapon slot. But Inez is going to now want to
Hope that
work
little
for
dust up
us.
back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few licks in during the jailbreak. Got a proposition. Since I'm newly free-ranged, and you're free-ranged yourself, thinking we ought to team up. You're going places. I want to go too. If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. Me. Don't matter what you set your mind to, together we'll be unstoppable. And in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back into Auntie's Choice.
You got a
I had a
deal.
feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Just gotta find out how to get there first. Doc Tinsley worked with Grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fine scientist. Reckon we should visit her lab at the edge of town to see if she's got ideas for us.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship.
We'll head Niles back.
Acknowledged.
After you.
Not Niles, Val. We want to keep Niles. So as you can see, Inez does not have a class ability just quite yet. Can get a better look at her. Look at that. Amazing little fetus arm. She's really cooking. Okay, we are going to want to first talk to Ethel. This is the doctor she was telling us about that could potentially fix it, so fix her.
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled. Oh, Inez, you look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated Triptease. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you.
Says you can help.
That is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, I suppose I can do the same. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scaly friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more.
Well, you can do more.
Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with. Though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who unfortunately went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
How can a skeleton move on its own?
The name's metaphorical. This creature's real pale, bone-colored, but it's got muscles and innards like anything else.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
Well, how do we kill the matriarch?
When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours.
Oh, sweet. Kill the creatures, chop off the parts.
Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Law guide you both out there.
Let's go hunting. Okay. So we are going to want to get both of these, but as you can see, one's way up there, while the other is way over here, which we are going to go to that one.
Ain't sure why you're so broken up over losing the Anti's Choice contract. You're your own boss now. No one yanking the chain. That sounds pretty good to me.
You don't get it. You ain't nothing in Anti's Choice without a contract. Just a rung leech scraping by. It's lonely at the bottom. But I ain't planning to stay there for long.
Oh, believe me, I know more than you think. But you're with us now. We're a team. No bottom line.
Oh, hello. I was just searching some stuff along the way and got, well, jumped.
Looks like a fight.
Oh, there's a tough guy. You think you're tough, Mr. Guy? You ain't bulletproof. See if there's anything my sticky little fingers can get their hands on. Oh no. I don't have the lockpicking skill for that, but we can come back to this. Mainly here for him. So we are at the beach. We have now started to run into some crabbles. Which let's get some sneak attack on him. Hit him with the big iron.
See those burrows? The skeleton's nearby. And if it's as nearby as I think, it don't bode well for those scientists.
You're probably right with that, Inez. So guess we'll put our knife there, even though we won't ever really need it again. Look at that. Dead scientists.
Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander.
I'm coming, Inez. I'm just looking.
Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. Maybe we're using sound to lure the crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
Hey, what am I supposed to do? Just stand around and look pretty?
Well, if the commander's keen to share, you can press the button too. Wouldn't want you feeling left out.
Alright. Look at that big boy. So we can tell Niles to do his companion ability. Does a bit of damage and will pull aggro, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm getting fucked up. So is Niles. Preventing you from healing further. So this is... I have now filled my toxicity bar, which can be a problem. Both my companions are down. This could get ugly. So we will... try and reroute as much as we can. Till we can get that toxicity meter down. almost there. There we go.
Back in business.
Them both up. Just in time, too.
He's down.
Okay.
Nice work.
Got the
Bring it over here so
grafting.
I can take a gander.
In a second. There's something else afoot.
Hoarding that travel part for yourself, huh? Ain't no matter. If you still got some hunting you, that Raptidon matriarch's waiting up north for us. We pulled a good harvest. Doc Tinsley's going to be pleased. But if we could hunt for the other beast before bringing this specimen back to her, I'd be much obliged.
We will. So,
It's a pro!
I think one is glitched under the map, it seems.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Can recover some crafting materials. Some black powder and scrap metal. It's always nice. Make some more ammo. Can actually look in here. If you punch these eggs, they can actually drop some crabble meat. Which I will just do very quickly. Okay, and we are back. After punching some eggs, all that good stuff. I think there's some more crabbles. Yes, over here.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
A lot of crabbles. Jeez, Niles, you just gonna let him beat the crap out of you and do nothing about it? Some Raptidons. This just links back all up around. Do some light exploring here.
Loyal subject, la la la. Hello. How are you, Well? Are you doing today? I'm spectacular according to regulation 1, 2, 1, 2, potato. What? I need is potatoes.
All right.
I'm just, that sounds correct.
He needs potatoes. Can get another magazine here. Don't think there's any way. Maybe the roof. Yeah, I don't think you can do anything without medical or something. We can follow these power lines. Up into here. So we can get into here pretty easily for some loot that will help. Trying to remember how you can do this. There we go. And we now have power to Potato Man. And let's see what if he has to say.
I don't need refreshment. I'm so refreshed. Yep, that's me. Refreshed like a really refreshed.
You can kind of see how messed up the mental refreshment really is when you talk to someone that went through it. But we'll do some looting here. Just really get everything we can get our hands on. We get a decryption key, an explosive light revolver, more words. Can read that and see kind of the downward spiral that is mental refreshment. I think, yes, there is some stuff down here. Maybe you could have gotten through here. Nope, doesn't seem like it. And we don't want to turn it in just yet. But we do want to find Redactor Quinzel, which is in this search area right here. But she, I believe, if I remember correctly, she's at this build. Okay, here we go. This is a flaw. You get flaws by playing a certain play style. There's always a positive effect and a negative effect that come with. You do not have to accept them, you can reject them, but some you do want. So for instance, overprepared. Missing only a shot or two doesn't matter. You've already reloaded. If you ever let a weapon run out of ammo, you'll deal less damage for a short time, but all your guns now hold more ammo. So we will accept this one because I usually don't let my weapons run out of ammo, and usually it's something like that where you can avoid the negative trait altogether. Here she is, Redactor Quinzel.
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came. Ah, I see you've discovered some of my misappropriated materials. Careful labeling proves prudent and useful yet again. Here, for your effort. A full set of Science Adventures Quarterly was stolen from me and sold to various unknown parties across the island. Since you've already proven adept at their repossession, I would put it to you to locate the rest. In exchange, I will provide you with rarities and bits.
So she wants her comic books back, essentially.
Manipulatory ideation disguised as popular entertainment, intended to sway the audience to their point of view, couched within just a crackingly exciting narrative. Specifically, an Earth Directorate periodical featuring beloved fictional characters Commander Zane and Buddy, an effective mental conditioning device, and right thrilling. It was a popular fiction periodical from not long ago. Each of its 10 volumes featured an exhilarating cover illustration depicting Zane and Buddy's thrilling exploits. Whether they faced automechanical industrialists or robber magnates from the Plutocrean kleptocracy, their tales remained invigorating thrill rides.
Oh, why not?
Ah, quite right. In fact, delightful. I am pleased you are on the case, as it were. So very Zane and Buddy. Return again when you have another 4 volumes, and I will trade them for more valuable oddities. May safety, amity, and ease be yours.
So yes, she gives us the quest to bring more of those Science Adventures Quarterly to her. As you can see, she has quite a lot of propaganda. Just about everything you find in this game is propaganda either by the Protectorate or the corporations. In this case, Auntie's Choice is kind of the main corporation as opposed to the several in Outer Worlds 1. But that will be all the time we have today for this one. Once again, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really means a lot. And yeah, we will catch you in the next one.